welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a day to night tutorial, and I actually am really excited to tell you guys that I am the artist-in-chief for the May-June Deck of Scarlet palette. Ta-da! So I'm going to show you what the palette looks like inside. We're going to go all over the subscription service. So if you're interested in seeing how I got this look and also a daytime look, then please keep watching. So Deck of Scarlet is a makeup subscription service. You get a box like this on your doorstep once every 2 months. The whole idea of the palette is to have everything you need for a full face. So you have one palette you can take on the go and get it done day or night. If you don't like a palette, you can totally skip it. You can cancel at any time, and it's free shipping. What I love about it is the fact that they do collab with YouTubers to be their artist-in-chief, which is what I am this month. So I really love supporting a company that's supporting YouTubers because obviously that's my job, and it's a really cool experience to get to work with companies. I really like that they change it up and it's really different, and you can see the personality in each YouTuber's kind of palette. You can see why they are the artist-in-chief and why it really works so well. Deck of Scarlet is also cruelty-free, paraben-free, and made in the USA. So without further ado, let's open the box and see what it looks like. When you open it up, you'll get a little card like this, which is really exciting because it's talking about me and specifically like each YouTuber that they're working with. When you flip it over, there I am. So there's a picture of me, and then I included a little note for you guys, all my social media on there as well if you're interested and you're a new subscriber. Here's what the palette looks like. Really cute. It has like this really cool design. It says hot and it says Deck of Scarlet, and then you take the sleeve off, and here is the actual packaging. It's magnetized closed, so when you open it you get a mirror, and ta-da! Here are the colors. There are 3 eyeshadows, and you have a highlighter. You can use this as a bronzer too, depending on your skin tone. I use it to warm up the face and give me a glow all over, but it's a little bit too dark to put on my cheekbones, so I actually use the peach eyeshadow as a highlighter. You'll see all of this as we go forward, and then it has a beautiful blush, purple shade, which is so beautiful on the cheeks. Obviously I'm wearing it right now. Don't be afraid of it. It's going to make you look gorgeous. And then when you open it up, you have 2 lip colors over here. Also with the palette comes this chubby stick. It looks like this. This is full coverage pigment. I used it on the outer parts of my lip today, and I was really impressed with this. So I'm going to quickly go through the palette, the shades. I'm going to show you some swatches and kind of describe each shade to you so you know what kind of stuff you're getting in this month's palette. So the first shade is Peachy Keen. It's so beautiful. I used it on my inner corners and as a highlighter. This is a peachy color with a lot of gold reflect. The next shade is called Making Mauves. It's really beautiful for the crease. It's like a little bit of a spin on a natural crease color. It has a little bit of that mauve hint, but still wearable for every day. It's what I have all over my lid and smoked out. Next we have the shade Sophia, which is that really bright purple. This is what I have smoked out all over my lower lash line. Really beautiful. It has a little bit of pearl in it, so it's not 100% matte, but it's bright and bold, just enough to give you a pop if you feel like your makeup is kind of lacking or it's just too safe. Next we have the highlighter, which is called Gilded. Now depending on your skin tone, this will be a highlight for your cheeks, or it'll be an all over glow like it is for me. For me, I used it all over the face, and it just gives your face like a beautiful glow. It's not overly glittery or chunky. It's really smooth, and it can kind of be used as almost, I don't want to say a setting powder, but you can use it all over. Like I used it just as a bronzer almost to really just add a glow all over my face. Now moving on to the blush, you guys know I'm going to love this. This is such a beautiful plum. It's like a muted plum color, and I feel like a lot of people are afraid of it. It's called Bobdi. Look how pretty this is though. You can use this in the crease too. I've used it in a couple looks in my crease to kind of make it a little more purple, but when blended out on the cheek, it's just really beautiful. It gives you like a beautiful spring flush. As for lip colors, in the center of my lips today, I have the shade Plump, which is this kind of lilac-y with a little bit of pink. This is extreme full coverage, and it's moisturizing. It's not sticky or tacky. It just feels comfortable on the lips. The last shade that's in the actual palette is called Brownies, which is right there. And this is a grayish taupe nude. It'll get you out of the comfort zone a little bit. It's like a hint of brown to it, but it's really good for like kind of like a grungy night look. I feel like it just adds a little oomph to the natural kind of peachy nudes that we see way too often. And then lastly, it does come with this chubby lip pencil for on the go, and this is in the shade Mia. This is a little bit deeper. It's like a taupey brown, but a little bit deeper and a little bit more full coverage. I have this all over the outside of my lips today to really give me that dramatic nighttime look, and I am so in love with this. If you're looking for like a deeper nude to really take you into nighttime and kind of make your look a little bit more sultry, this is definitely it. So if you're interested in checking out this palette, I cannot wait to see what you guys come up with. If you recreate any looks, tag me, let me know. I will have the link in the description bar if you want to purchase this. Also a discount, Babs10, to save a little bit of money, and I can't wait to see you guys get this. It's so exciting for me, and I want to see all the looks you guys come up with. So now that we've gone over the palette, let's get into the tutorials. First up, I'm going to show you how to do a daytime look with the Deck of Scarlet palette. Alright guys, let's jump in with the shade Gilded. This is the highlighter from the palette. I'm going to use a fluffy brush and buff this into the crease. It's just going to give a little bit of warmth and shine to the look before we go in with the matte shade. I'm going back into Making Mauves. This is a beautiful transition shade, a little bit different than the usual browns that you see. I'm going to use circular motions and apply this to the outer V of my eye, focusing most of the color on that outer part, and I'm just going to keep building it up. This is a nice shade because it can be light and kind of romantic, or it can be really dark and kind of sexy. So depending on how much you want to apply. So I applied that to the lower lash line as well, and I'm going to connect those two on that outer corner of my eye. And then I'm going to go into the palette, going back in to Gilded, and I'm going to start glowing up the face. So I'm using a bronzer brush. I'm using this more as a bronzer, kind of all over glow. It's not quite deep enough for a bronzer on me, but it's a little bit deeper than a typical highlight. So depending on your skin tone, you can use it all over the face or on the high points of your face. And then I'm going into Bob D. This is a beautiful blush, and I'm going to apply this to the apples of my cheeks. Look how gorgeous that glow is and that flush. It's really, really pretty for summer. Don't be afraid of that blush. So now I'm going into Peachy Keen, and I'm going to highlight all over the face. It's a little bit lighter, so it's more catered to my skin tone, but again, depending on your skin tone, you can kind of use Gilded and Peachy Keen. So I'm just taking a small brush and applying this to the tops of my cheekbones, on the center of my Cupid's bow, down the center of my nose, and then I'm going to line my lips. Now I'm using a lighter lip liner than I usually would because I wanted to kind of customize the lip shade to make it a little bit lighter for daytime. So I'm going into Brownies, and I'm going to apply that all over the lip liner, so you can customize. Using a lighter lip liner will obviously lighten the shade. Using a deeper one will deepen it. So you can customize this lip color to really any lip liner you want to pair with it. So I'm applying this all over the lips, and you can see it creates a beautiful daytime nude. And then I decided, you know what, I need to pop some lashes on. So I popped on some lashes because for me, glam is all the time. In daytime, I still want some lashes. And I put some eyeliner, and that is my daytime look. Now we're moving on to the nighttime look. I'm starting out again with Gilded. I'm using a fluffy brush to buff this into the crease, again, just to start off the look and make all the colors blend together. And then back into the palette, I'm going into Making Mauves again. It really is a beautiful transition shade. It's quickly becoming one of my favorites. It just has a little bit of a spin on the traditional shades that we use. So I'm using a fluffy brush, and I am focusing this low in the crease, and I'm going to build this color up. So like I said before, it can be very soft and romantic, but you can really amp it up as well. So I am blending it in and then using a bigger fluffy brush to really blow out those edges because I want it super smoked out and really dramatic. So I'm building up with the smaller brush, as you see right here, and then I'm going to blend it out with the bigger fluffy brush and just keep layering until you feel like it's deep enough for your liking. And I'm also going to put it on the lower lash line as well, just using a fluffy brush to really blow it out, and again, going to connect that outer edge so that it has a nice gradient effect. And now I'm going into Sophia, which is the beautiful, beautiful bright purple, and we're going to focus this on the lower lash line. This is really perfect for spring and summer to give you a pop of color, and it has a lot of pigment. Very, very pigmented, very easy to work with. So after you do that, we're going back into the palette to Peachy Keen, and I'm going to highlight the inner corners of my eye. This shade is gorgeous. I sprayed my brush with Fix Plus before doing this, as I always do, and I'm just going to pack this on the inner corner. This is like a burnt, beautiful, glowy, warm, peachy color. It's just stunning. And then I'm going to go into Gilded again, and I'm going to use this to bronze up my face. I can't tell you enough. This is like an all-over kind of glow bronzer. It's so like beautiful. You could use it really all over the face, but you could really intensify it as well on top of your cheekbones or anywhere that you really want it to be extra glowy. And I'm going to go back in with the blush. I'm using Bob D again. So stunning. This is my perfect shade. I love kind of bright blushes or deep blushes. I feel like a lot of people are afraid of them and they stick to nudes and neutrals, but I really like getting out of my comfort zone, and it gives you such a beautiful flush to the cheeks. I really suggest you try it out. And now I'm going into Peachy Keen, and I'm going to highlight all over the face. I'm really going to build this up. So I'm just going to go on the high points of my cheekbones, down the center of my nose, just all the usual places, and I'm going to build it up. You can see it just gives you like a really, I don't know how to describe it, like you've been in the sun. Like, I know a lot of highlighters are just kind of like blinding on the cheekbones, but this is really like has a warmth to it. So it makes you look like you've literally been out in the sun. And after I'm done highlighting, I'm going to add some color to my waterline. I'm just using a deep kind of burgundy eyeliner, and then I'm going to move on to lips. I'm just going to line my lips with a nude lip liner. You don't have to have anything special, but again, you can customize these shades if you use a deeper lip liner or a lighter one. And then I'm going to go into the lip chubby, and I'm going to focus this on the outer corners of my lips. So I'm going to focus it not really in the center, because I'm going to go in with one of the colors from the palette. So I'm going to put this all over the outer parts of my lips. This is really going to make your lips appear plump and juicy, as if I need that. I probably don't, but just kind of a gradient effect. So apply it all around the corners of your lips, and then I'm going to go back into the palette into the shade Plump, and I'm going to use this in the center of my lips. And once it blends out, it's just such a beautiful effect. I really loved the grungy, kind of sexy nighttime look that this provided. So that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys so much for watching. Alright guys, so that is it for me. This is my nighttime look, and you saw my daytime look earlier. Let me know which look stood out to you the most. I'm definitely feeling this nighttime look. This lip color is giving it to me. I'm so excited to see what you guys come up with. Again, I have a link down below to purchase the palette. I would love the support, and I can't wait to see your guys' looks. Make sure you snap me, you tag me, you tweet me, all of those things. If you do videos, I would love to watch them. I can't wait to see what you guys create. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.